Processing of receipts. Now, let's delve into taking action on individual receipts. To do so, we need to first open the receipt. To open and access the content of the receipt, simply click on the receipt number. Alternatively, for added convenience, users can opt to right-click for access or for opening in a new tab. The inner page of the receipt is now available. On the left side, one can find the scanned and diarized doc, while the right side contains all the metadata, like letter reference number, letter date, diary date, VIP reference if any, subject, and many more, which have been entered against the doc during diarization, along with computer number, receipt number, and diarized by details which are generated by the system. Just above the scanned document, one can view the breadcrumb navigation, providing information about their present location and facilitating easy navigation to various related pages, thus resulting in smoother and more intuitive user experience. Details of the receipt, such as nature of the receipt, which is electronic, its computer and receipt number, along with the subject, can be found on the right side just above the related metadata. The menu bar, on top of the breadcrumb navigation and details, consists of all the actions that can be taken on the receipt. Let's explore these actions further. Movement details. This provides information of all the movements of the receipt since its creation. It is updated in real-time basis. It displays information of all the employees involved in the receipt's forwarding chain, including the date and time of each forwarding action. It also shows the specific action chosen and any remarks added by the user during the forwarding process. Copy. This feature facilitates filling in diary, contact, and subject details of the concerned receipt to a new diary screen. It helps save time when diarizing multiple docs, letters, tapals from the same sender, or on similar subjects. By making minor updates after using copy, a new receipt can be generated efficiently and quickly. Send back. It is particularly useful when the receipt has to be marked back from whom it has been received for any kind of action to be taken on it. It can also be used when the user is not the intended recipient, or if the receipt is not relevant to the user and their section or office. On clicking Send Back, the system automatically fills in the name of the employee from whom the user has received the receipt in the send screen, hence, facilitating an easy and hassle-free return of the receipt. Draft. In cases where the user needs to send a letter with respect to the receipt, seeking more information, or providing update, or any other case where the receipt need not be filed for further approval, the draft option can be utilized. We will cover the detailed process of draft creation and dispatch later in the course. Edit. This action allows editing of metadata entered during diarization, excluding the receipt number, diary date, and delivery mode. To change the data, click on Edit button, update the desired information and save. Next is Initiated Action. As we know, Initiate Action is a monitoring mechanism to see the progress of action on receipts in the channel of submission without the need to recall them. We had learnt about the Initiate Action feature while forwarding a receipt. We had seen how action on a receipt can be initiated by any official, ideally any senior official of an organization. Now, let's learn how comments can be recorded by any employee in the channel of submission of a receipt on which action has been initiated. The recipients of such receipts, which are in the movement of the receipt, can then add their comments or record their inputs, which can be reviewed by the initiator against every movement. To add comment, click on Initiated Action option, then click on Add Comment. Select the action type and enter relevant remarks, and lastly click on Add button. They can also view the history of previously added comments by clicking on View History button. Close. If no action is required, or the receipt is for informational purposes only, it can be closed by clicking the Close button in the action bar and adding appropriate remarks or reason for close action. Put in a file. If the user needs to take subsequent action on receipt in a file, then Put in a File option can be used. It removes the receipt from receipt's location, that is, either created or inbox, and adds it in the respective TOC or table of correspondence of the file. To do so, click on Put in a File option. A window appears displaying the list of existing files from users created, inbox, and parked location. Note: the list of files can be filtered based on file creation year, and user can search the required file using provided search bar with several available search parameters such as computer number, file number, and subject. Now, select the respective file in which the receipt needs to be put in by clicking on the radio button. Enter the mandatory remarks and click on Attach button. The receipt is now available in Files TOC. Furthermore, there could be a scenario where file on the concerned matter is not available in the existing list of files, hence necessitating to create new file to put in the respective receipt. In this case, click on Create File option present on the same window. The screen gets redirected to File Creation page. Here, select the mandatory fields, that is, file number and description. Other details are optional to select. After entering the required details, click on Create File to Put in button. A confirmation window appears, confirming the file number. User can click on Cancel button if file number is not correct or is to be edited, or else can proceed. Upon clicking on Proceed button, one more window appears to enter the remarks with respect to the receipts that is being put in. Enter the relevant remarks and click on OK button. A new file is created and the receipt is added in the TOC side. Send or forward. This action facilitates forwarding of receipts. On clicking the Send button, the Send screen appears. Fill in the To and CC fields, add appropriate remarks if any, and set the due date. Setting of due date not only aids in time management, but also fosters accountability and commitment. Then specify the priority for prioritizing tasks, ensuring optimized resource allocation and enhancing productivity. This sending of receipts is dealt in details in receipt forwarding video. Please note, all the actions available from the receipt inner page are the same, irrespective of whether the receipt is located in the inbox or the created folder. Further, the actions Put in a File, Send, Send Back, Copy, and Close are available from the receipt inbox as well, allowing users to take the same action as discussed earlier, but simultaneously on multiple receipts.